Gotta be able to see the website. Yo! What's going on, guys? T. Antonio, owner, creator of Trigger Devils. I haven't done that intro in a while, but guess what? Today we're doing a little bit of a different video because Shark Tank auditions are coming up really quickly. Now, 2015, I auditioned in Portland, Maine for my first open calls ever. I made it through the first round, basically. Business was pretty early at that stage, got cut. Fast forward to 2016, I auditioned again in Vegas open calls. I basically would say I just about made it on the show, except for I didn't, because I got cut. So that sucks. And now it is 2017, and back again, open calls, New York City this time. I'm really confident we're gonna make it on the show this time. So I wanted to do a little bit of a how-to video on how to audition for Shark Tank, since I've done it so many times at this stage. So why not share that information with other people? What is it like? What's the experience like? And how exactly do you do this? So let's move on with the actual information on how to actually find out about Shark Tank open calls. Shark Tank open calls, or actually I Googled Shark Tank auditions, about Shark Tank TV show, easy enough. And this is the page that you land on. Attend an open call. Basically it tells you that you're going to be doing a 60-second pitch, which I will talk about in a second and explain what that's like for you guys. And then it gives you a couple of notes, basically a little bit of tips, and then the actual schedule. You guys can see right here, New York, Pier 94, and that's happening next week at the time of filming this, and I will be there in New York. If you're gonna go, you should see me there. Now, let's talk about what these open calls are actually like. So when you first go, you have to fill out, you can actually print it here. It's called the application packet. This one is a pretty short one. If I remember correctly, it's like a release. You're just basically signing a release because they do a little bit of filming at casting. Not a big deal. If you don't fill it out ahead of open calls, they have them at open calls. You can just fill it out right there on the spot. I don't think that they tell you that. I wouldn't suggest it. I would be prepared, fill it out, bring it. So on the day of, you go to casting, you line up, what happens? In 2015 for me, there was a line that wrapped around the building that auditions was happening, and it wrapped around that building twice. Huge line, so it's very concerning. It's like, am I gonna be here all day? What is, it's kind of scary if once you're looking at it from that point. Not to worry, what they do is they hand out wristbands. They go around that line and they're handing these wristbands out. They're different colors. Each color represents a different hour for you to come back and get back in line to then audition. Or actually you fill into an auditorium depending on the venue or whatever, but y'all get together and you're not even in line. The wristbands are numbered individually. So I actually have saved all of my wristbands because I'm nostalgic or something, I don't know. Yeah, so they each have a number. In fact, when I was the first year, I was the red colored bands, which was I think the third hour of auditions, but I was number 1. I was the first person to get that. So I was first in line at that hour, which would have been like noon or something. That was kind of cool. So you get your wristbands, you can leave at that point. So when you first get in line, you don't need to bring all of your business, Jesus. You don't need to bring all your business stuff. If I was gonna bring these displays, you know what, which I might actually do this time. You don't need to bring that when you first get in line in the morning to get your wristband. Just literally go with the application. I don't think you need the application, but bring that just in case. Otherwise, leave your stuff in your car or wherever you can unless you have to bring it and carry it around. Once you get your wristband, you know what time slot you have to come back. You come back at that time and you start your audition process. So let's talk about what that looks like. Okay, so let's say that you got your wristband and it was like the example I said, at noon. Don't get there at 11:50, don't get there at 12:10, get there at noon when they tell you to get there. There's no reason to get there early or late, just be on time, that's it. Once you're there, you've got a 60-second pitch that you're gonna wait for as the line sequentially goes through the wristbands. You know, if you're number 50, then you're gonna wait, they're gonna call 1 to 10, and then 10 to 20, and then whatever, and then you queue up to go actually in and do your audition, your pitch. You are pitching to the casting people, basically people who are there just to see if you're at all decent. 60-second pitch, just as if you were in the tank. So it'd be something like, hey, T. Antonio, owner and creator of Trigger Devils. We make gamers shoot faster, and la da 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 da. We're gonna do this, we're gonna do that, whatever your pitch is, and then, you know, dancing, some robot.
Entertainment.
I don't know. I haven't even practiced my pitch. I got a week to practice that, so you guys know the startup lifestyle. We are working on a day-to-day basis, so I haven't practiced my pitch for next week yet, but it's pretty bad right now. Hopefully your pitch is good. 60 seconds, you get to tell them why you're the most amazing thing in the world and why you need to be on the show, which is exactly what we're gonna do this year. You get 60 seconds and then they do a little bit of Q&A. Basically, the general rule of thumb is the more questions, the better. Again, continue to be entertaining as much as you can. And then you just go away. They tell you you did a great job. They're never gonna give you bad feedback at that stage. They're gonna be taking notes on you and you just go away, basically. If you are told what happens next, then great, you're in casting. If you're not and you don't get called back, you're cut, basically. So they never call you with bad news, and they will tell you that up front as soon as you're at open calls. What might people ask?
Once you you perform your 60-second pitch with the casters, is there a time frame in which they'll get back to you? Like you said, they'll never call you with bad news.
Like kind of information that they like to share. I don't want to like spoil their, you know what I mean, their whole spiel. But it's within a couple of weeks, they will either call you back or not. But the thing that they will do is they'll say, if you don't get a call by, today is what, April 11th. So they'll say, this is just an example. If you don't get a call by April 30th, you're cut.
He's nice enough to tell you that.
Yeah, well, tell you that ahead of time. Yeah, but they don't call you with bad news. So you got to kind of use your intuition here to know if you're cut or not. Another good thing is, guys, this is a Hail Mary toss. Shark Tank is always a Hail Mary toss. It is not a shoo-in. I feel like I've got a great shot this year. Guess what? I very well may not make it on. I think I'm going to, but I very well may not. And so we don't plan our business around making it on Shark Tank. We consider it a moonshot. If I make it on the show, fantastic. We're well deserved. We've been grinding this thing out forever. If not, guess what? We've got amazing plans for the future of the business that don't revolve around Shark Tank. And I'd highly recommend that you do the same thing. You're the person who's going to make your business successful, not someone else or some TV show. It's up to you. And to be perfectly honest, not to get too preachy about this, but you, the person watching this, are in full control of the success of your business. No one else. You don't need someone else to come along and make your business successful for you. It's all on you. And you're fully capable of doing it on your own, which is why we've been successful, is because we've got so many no's from so many places, including Shark Tank twice, and we're successful because we didn't stop, we didn't let those no's stop us, and we made it into a success. So you guys see how I've been emphasizing, and in this video I've been really trying to keep you guys engaged. The whole point of that is to be entertaining, to be interesting. We've got a great story here at Trigger Devils. I've really worked hard to get comfortable in front of the camera talking to you guys, and the whole point of that in many ways was to be better at auditioning for the show, to make a better audition tape, to do better in the in-person auditions when there are cameras around. Being entertaining is just not easy. It's tough when someone sticks a camera in your face. That's something that you have to be mindful of going in. If I'm sitting here and I'm talking Trigger Devils, what Trigger Devils do is you put them on your controller and they make the gamer shoot faster. They make the triggers 65%. You see how boring that is? No, you gotta do it like this. Trigger Devils. These guys are the most amazing product to hit gaming ever in the industry. You clip them on, they take 2 seconds, and we're going to sell millions of them. That sort of thing and that confidence is what it's all about in these auditions. Keeping them engaged. Do not let them lose their attention span. Don't lose their attention. I don't care what you have to do. Slap them across the... No, I'm just kidding. Don't slap them. Don't do that. Not good advice.
We here at Trigger Devils do not condone the cool act of slapping judges.
No slapping. But do everything up to that to keep people engaged and interested in what you have to say. What you have to say is important. It's real. It's good, right? And if it's not, then you deserve to get cut. Sorry. That was kind of mean. I'm sorry, but it's true. Anyway, that's, I think, all I got for you guys. If you guys have more questions, hit us down in the comments. We will make sure we monitor this video and make sure that we can reply and give you guys as much answers as we can on this open call process for Shark Tank. If you have questions for Shark Tank specifically, there is an email address you can email. I highly recommend you do that because I am not an authority. My laptop won't turn on. But it's something like casting@sharktank.com. We'll leave it down in the description what their email address is. If you guys want to reach out to them, it'll be there in the description. Click below. If you guys really appreciated the information here, please go ahead and smash the like button, hit the like button, click the like button, whatever you want to call it. If you didn't like it, if you think that this is stupid, click the dislike. Please subscribe to the channel. We love making YouTube videos. We love entertaining you guys. We're not always just trying to sell you our product. We really just like to make videos and do interesting stuff. If you want to watch our journey, subscribe. Hit the bell icon. You want to know what that's called? It's called ringing the bell. I learned that at the YouTube headquarters last week.
Fancy.
Ring the bell if you want notifications about when we post. We post daily, 5 days a week at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, telling our little startup story, a humble startup of Trigger Devils, and it's kind of awesome. All right, that's all I got for you guys today. T. Antonio out.
Peace.